Have you ever noticed how the loudest applause often fades the fastest and the deepest truths are whispered in silence? Life is full of contradictions, hidden lessons, and quiet realizations. But what if the wisdom you're seeking isn't buried in a book, but hidden in the way people behave, the choices they make, and the thoughts they never say out loud? Let's begin with the truths that hit hardest, rewritten and expanded. Never blindly trust the ones who eagerly share someone else's secrets. If they can betray someone behind their back, what makes you think they won't do the same to you? Loyalty is proven in silence, not in gossip. Success? It greets you quietly, behind closed doors. It hugs you in private when no one's watching. But failure? It shows up like a storm, loud, brutal, and public. It doesn't knock, it slaps. That's the reality of life. It doesn't wait until you're ready. It teaches, whether you ask for the lesson or not. If something brings you peace, protect it. Not everything that makes you happy needs to be shared. In a world where everyone posts everything, silence can be your sanctuary. Sometimes the happiest souls are the quietest ones, because they've learned to keep their joy sacred. Your thoughts aren't just harmless daydreams, they are the architects of your reality. The way you think becomes the way you live. So guard your thoughts like treasure. Want to be interesting? Then start by being interested. Genuine curiosity is more magnetic than charm. When you care, people feel it. Avoid those who never admit their faults but are quick to highlight yours. These people aren't mirrors. They're magnifying glasses focused on your flaws and blind to their own. If they can't reflect, they don't deserve your attention. Don't depend too much on anyone. Yes, even the people closest to you. Because even your own shadow leaves when the light disappears. When you're in the dark, you'll find who truly stands beside you. Bad habits feel good until they don't. They're like a warm bed on a cold morning, so tempting to stay in, so hard to get out of. But the longer you stay, the harder it is to rise. Two men looked out from behind prison bars. One saw only the mud, the dirt, the weight of regret. The other lifted his eyes and saw the stars. Same prison, same bars, but completely different realities. What do you choose to see? Be cautious with trust. Salt and sugar might look the same, but mix them into your life and the difference is undeniable. Some people only appear sweet. Want to make someone open up? Talk to them about themselves. People love to feel seen. It's not manipulation, it's understanding. Listening is more powerful than speaking. When you make someone feel heard, you win their heart. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. The more you wait, the louder the fear becomes. But action, it fuels confidence. It gives you momentum. Courage doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's built step by step. Every single day is a new life for a wise man. Think about that. Each sunrise is a reset button tied, a fresh chapter waiting to be written. Don't waste it carrying the weight of yesterday's regrets. If you don't speak your truth, you bury your potential. Every unspoken thought, every silenced belief is like an unborn version of you, dying quietly inside. Let your voice be heard. That's how your real self breathes. Knowledge is not power, unless it's applied. Wisdom that sits on a shelf gathers dust, not progress. Don't be afraid of enemies who openly attack. Be afraid of the so-called friends who flatter you with sweet words, but hide daggers behind their smiles. There's only one way to truly win an argument. Don't engage in it. Let your peace be louder than their noise. Stand up for what's right, even if you stand alone. Your integrity isn't defined by the crowd, but by your courage when no one claps. If you're serious about success, stop trying to fix others. Focus inward. Change yourself. That's where the transformation begins. Sometimes we don't realize how precious something is until it's just a memory. Don't wait for the loss to teach you its worth. Fear doesn't live out there. It lives in your mind. It's a shadow fed by imagination. Respect is something you earn. Honesty is something you offer. Trust is something you build. And loyalty? It's something you return, never demand. Moving on is hard. It's like ripping out a part of your past and learning to live without it. But when you do, when you finally step forward, you'll look back and realize it was the best decision you ever made. Become 1% better each day, not 100% overnight, just 1%. That's how mountains are moved, one stone at a time. Can't sleep? Don't just lie there worrying. Get up, move, do something. It's not the lack of sleep that breaks you, it's the stress of worry. Distance yourself from those who lie to you. disrespect you, or use you. Love is not an excuse for mistreatment. Respect yourself enough to walk away from what dims your light. Someone once said, "Don't tell me what they said about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable saying it around you." Loyalty isn't just about defending, it's about protecting your presence. Stress, anxiety, depression, most of it comes from trying too hard to please everyone. You were not born to fit into their boxes. You were born to walk in your truth. If you want to influence someone, speak their language, not yours. Talk in terms of what matters to them. That's how hearts open. That's how change begins. Truly listening to someone, really listening without preparing your reply, is the highest form of respect. It says, "I see you." And in a noisy world, that's rare. Today isn't just another 24 hours. It's your opportunity to craft the future you dream of. Don't waste it waiting. Act now, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Your lack of commitment isn't just a personal loss. It's an insult to everyone who believes in you. Let that motivate you. Let it fuel you to show up stronger. Happiness isn't in the big things. It hides in the small ones. Morning coffee, warm sunshine, shared laughter. Appreciate the little things. That's where joy grows. Don't stress about what you can't control. Surrender the storms you cannot calm. Instead, steer your ship. You are the captain. No one else is walking in your shoes. Happiness isn't about getting everything. It's about loving what you already have. Stop chasing more. Start celebrating now. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. That's discipline. That's growth. That's how warriors are built. Never forget that one friend who paid for your meal when your pockets were empty. That kind of loyalty is gold. Don't take it for granted. Don't let people treat you poorly just because you love them. Love isn't supposed to hurt. You deserve to be cherished, not broken. There will always be critics. The more you grow, the louder they get. Let them talk. Their noise is proof that you're leveling up. I don't need to explain myself. I know who I am. I walk in my truth. And that's more powerful than any opinion. You know why birds and horses are never unhappy? Because they're not trying to impress each other. They just live. Maybe we should take notes. You want to change the world? Start with yourself. It's more effective and far less dangerous. Criticism, when received wisely, is like a homing missile. It guides you, painfully but precisely, towards growth. After all, life isn't about proving others wrong. It's about becoming someone you're proud to be. The journey continues with a truth many overlook. Persistence always outshines talent when talent gives up too soon. Just like pigeons, no matter how far they fly, they always find their way back home. That's how determination works. It brings you back to your purpose, again and again, even when everything around you tells you to give up. Look around. Most of the greatest achievements in history weren't the result of perfect plans or flawless execution. They were the result of people who simply refused to quit. People who pushed forward even when there wasn't a flicker of hope left. When the world whispered, "It's over," they whispered back, "Not yet." Success, they say, is getting what you want. But happiness? It's learning to love what you already have. The key is not to chase endlessly, but to appreciate deeply. The truly successful person learns from his failures, not just by accepting them, but by adjusting his path and trying again. Not harder, necessarily, but smarter. It's not the fall that matters, it's the rise that follows. And let's not forget, happiness isn't tied to circumstances. It's not parked in a dream house or tucked inside a luxury car. It lives in our mindset, in the way we interpret life, and in the stories we tell ourselves about what happens to us. Man wasn't designed to figure life out completely. He was made to live it, fully, messily, bravely, because no one has all the answers. And maybe that's the point. Remember this, today is the tomorrow you were so anxious about yesterday. And here you are, still standing, still breathing. So what if instead of worrying, you chose believing? Believe in your success, and you'll stop worrying and start living. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to keep walking through it. And sometimes the best way to beat hesitation is to tackle the hard stuff first. Once you've handled the most difficult task, everything else becomes manageable. If fear is holding you hostage, don't stay frozen. Move, act, do something, anything. Fear hates momentum. You don't conquer it by thinking. You conquer it by doing. Actions speak far louder than intentions, and sometimes all it takes to brighten someone's day is a genuine smile. A smile that says, I see you, you matter, I'm happy you're here. In a cold world, warmth like that is rare and powerful. Experience is life's best teacher, but it's not the easy days that shape us, it's the painful ones. The worst experiences often carve out the deepest wisdom. You just have to survive them long enough to understand their meaning. And what about the people who hurt you? You don't have to get even. Just be happy, genuinely happy. Let your peace and gratitude be the loudest answer. There is no sweeter revenge than moving on without bitterness. You're not perfect, and you never have to be. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't strive to grow. You are enough, yet capable of so much more. Better is always within reach, as long as you keep reaching. Time has a way of revealing what words can't. It will show you who truly values you. So be patient. You don't need to expose the truth. Time will do that for you. And as you grow, learn to heal quietly. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your recovery. Sometimes, the most powerful healing happens in silence. Cry it out, write it down, pray, reflect. But know this, you don't need to bleed in front of an audience to prove your healing. If you continue to hold on to the wrong people, your hands will never be free to grasp the right ones. Sometimes letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. Because not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Some are lessons, some are blessings. Learn to tell the difference. If you don't take control of your mind, someone else will. Whether it's society, social media, or someone's opinion, if you don't steer your thoughts, they will be steered for you. Choose your thoughts as carefully as you choose your clothes. There will always be someone who doesn't see your value. Don't let that person be you. If you're the one doubting your worth, you're giving away your power. Learn to see yourself through kinder eyes. If someone treats you like an option, don't treat them like a priority. Walk away, not out of pride, but out of self-respect. You deserve to be chosen, not tolerated. So many people love you, genuinely. Don't lose sight of that just because a few people don't. Don't allow the indifference of a few to blind you to the affection of many. Discipline is simple. It's choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Every time you choose the latter, you move one step closer to greatness. Outro hook to bridge, Nate.